Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Torchtales. One more episode, not one more guest, two in fact. This is my first duo, my first threesome. You guys can do with that line whatever you guys want. It's all good. I'm very lucky, grateful again to do one more interview here in Hawaii. That's why you guys see in the backdrop. And I have the Bush's brothers, right? And Brady and Clinton with AL Compress. And we're going to talk about who they are when it comes to what they do and where they are. But right now we're going to kind of start from scratch. Where you guys come from, how come you guys are doing this, and hey, why the welding industry? So before, again, you guys are brothers, right?
Yes.
Who's the oldest? His. All right, got it. By the way, guys, before you guys make any comments, yes, we're having adult lunch. All right, it's all good. It's Hawaii. Don't judge. Now, older, did you guys come into the business together or?
Exact same time.
Yep. Really?
Yep. October of 95.
95. All right. So before we even start talking about AL, both of you are born and raised where?
Spokane, Washington.
Okay.
Libby, Montana.
Okay. And explain that.
Parents lived in different places.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So were you guys, how is that much of a difference between one location and the other?
It's really not that far. It's 3 hours.
Okay.
Our parents grew up there.
Okay.
So
They grew up in Montana, moved to Washington State.
Gotcha. Do you guys have more brothers and sisters, or?
Yes.
One sister and one brother.
Are they in the industry?
Yes, one of them is. Our sister is, she's our CFO.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
So what are the titles here between the two of you? CFO and the sister, and you guys?
President.
Okay.
After yesterday, I want to go by captain.
After yesterday?
Yeah. Oh, I drove a boat.
Oh. Tomatoes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it suits you.
Or EVP of sales.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Now, what were you guys into as kids growing up in two different locations? Please say something.
I've always been into sports. Not playing them,
Yeah.
obviously, but watching them.
All right. That's a sport in itself.
Yeah.
And you, Brady?
Nothing near that.
No.
No,
Fishing,
sports.
hunting, running, throwing rocks. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
More of the hunter.
Yeah.
Being from Montana.
Yeah.
Me being the city kid, into city stuff, watching sports, playing sports, being at the lake,
Hanging out in the warehouse.
Yeah, our older brother, 7 years older than us, so he was kind of the
Ahead of the game.
guy that kept us busy, had all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Was an OSHA nightmare with us on a forklift, that kind of thing.
Now, you mentioning OSHA and being already in the warehouse, because how old is AL Compress?
Coming up on 35 years, so 1990.
And you guys are second generation, I'm assuming.
Second generation.
All right. So was it your dad that found it, or
Yes.
he was? Gotcha.
Yep.
And is your dad still around?
No, he passed away about a year and a half ago.
That is correct. And I knew that, but I wanted to. And
Yeah.
what was your dad's name?
Shan Bush.
Shane Bush. So what was his beginnings in the welding industry?
He got his start with Liquid Air.
Oh, okay.
He was a Liquid Air guy. Started back in the early 80s.
Gotcha.
He was with Liquid Air Liquide all the way up until 89 when they decided to close down their retail.
Correct.
Like a lot of majors do.
Yep.
Gave him the opportunity to buy in as an equity distributor.
Good.
And took advantage of that, and it just kind of took off from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And having that family dynamic, the sister, both of you, your older brother is no longer in the biz. Was that always easy? Did you guys always get along? Do you still get along?
Yeah. Us, yes.
Yeah?
Always, yeah.
For
You said us, yes, meaning like the other ones not so much.
No, it's. I think we make it easy on each other.
Got it.
We all do what we do well.
Yeah.
We don't put any extra stress on one another, and as long as everybody does their part, it's smooth.
I gotta tell you, based on someone looking from the outside, looking in, I can say that every time I see you guys, it looks like you guys do get along. You guys have fun. The family dynamics and all that. I mean, of course, just like any other family, I'm sure there's decisions and stuff that one says or makes that I'm like, I should have, I would have done that differently. That happens anywhere.
Yep.
Now, it seems like I see you more at shows Clinton than you, Brady.
Yeah.
That's specifically the way it was designed or developed, or you just kind of morphed into that
No, he works real well in that environment. I honestly, I don't go to shows because sometimes I just don't want to go to shows. And
well, that's a good decision.
Yeah, when you have that flexibility, it's nice.
Yeah,
Obviously
he has his shows that he hits.
Yeah.
And there's ones
Yeah.
that's like, make sure I go to the buying group meeting.
Yeah.
I've already done 2 this year. If you really want to go, go, and then I'll go.
It's nice that somebody's always got to go.
Of course.
And it's nice that it doesn't always have to be me.
No, actually, so there's a lot of distributors out there that don't even have that flexibility.
Yes.
That it's just a one man or the face off, and no one else can go, and they'll be missing out, or they don't go. And so it's nice to have that, because I also see the other side when it's like I can't leave the shop, and you join these things to get exposure, to get some more value for the company.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. If you're going to be in the business, might as well be in the business,
And
right?
he's a communicator.
Yeah.
Like he's strong at that. It's
Correct.
Like,
The opposite of our sister.
Everybody's got their strengths.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And that's CFO, you said, or
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Usually they like to kind of stay behind doors and behind the screen, right?
Yeah.
And make the moves, and right, I get it. I mean, we have one of those as well, and it's all good. We need him too. Now, going back to you guys as a kid, what kind of students were you guys? Good, decent,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Were you going to say otherwise?
No.
It's
All straight A's, couple B's here and there.
Really? And
yeah, it's. I think for us, we were just lucky that it was just easy.
really?
Yeah, I think it's.
So you guys are just saying that you guys are smart. Is that what you guys are saying?
I've always said that, yes.
That's cool. Now, when your parent was in the business and you guys are growing up,
Yeah.
and was it like a multiple choice kind of decision, or like, hey, you guys can do whatever you guys want, or by the way, start rolling cylinders because I need the help, and that's it.
So the background for that is that when my dad was a Air Liquide guy, you couldn't work with your family.
Okay.
So when they bought the business, him and my mom bought the business in '90, or the equity distributorship in '90. That was an opportunity that they could start pulling in kind of people they trust, people they could lean on. So when we got in, actually we got in at the same time, but when we got in, Clinton was already, since he's older, he was already done with college. He had already kind of.
I finished.
Yeah.
I got my degree
In what?
civil engineering.
All right.
And when I went to start filling out applications, doing that kind of stuff, Shannon was like, why don't you just come for work for me? And at that time, minimum wage was $4.90.
Gotcha.
And Shannon's offering $7 an hour, and I don't have to do an interview.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm in. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I get to work with him and our older brother, and
That's cool. So you were already working for the company when?
no, we both started
At
in
the same
October.
time.
Oh, that's right. You
Yep.
did say that earlier.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming you guys are early 20s when this happened.
I was
He was teens.
17.
Really?
I was 21. Yeah.
Gotcha. How is that?
20. I turned 21 at AL actually. Yeah.
Got it. How is working for your dad now, 17, 21, in an industry that you kind of grew up into and saw your dad? I don't know why he's laughing, but we're
Yeah,
going to get
yeah,
to that. So how was that?
The opposite of what everyone thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you guys are thinking, so let's hear it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's the kids. It's a free ride. They can do whatever they want. No, it's twice as hard. I mean, we not only get
Yell
correct.
at the office, but also
at the dinner
house.
table. Yep, exactly.
I so understand that. I coached baseball for a long time, and I coached both my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got it at the field,
Yes.
on the
Yeah.
ride home,
Yep.
and while we're
Yeah.
having dinner.
Yeah.
It was awesome for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, that's very close to my whole life story with them. And now they tell me all these things. I'm like,
Yeah.
that wasn't me.
Yeah.
That's what are you talking about? That was a peach. Was your mom? Was she involved till the last day? Still, your dad?
He retired probably half a decade before he passed.
Gotcha.
So he did have some time. I wish he had had more time.
Okay.
You know, but and when he retired, both of our parents retired.
Okay.
Because it was their business. They'd both been in the business.
Got it.
They retired at the same time, and it was one of those things you never thought he would retire. And when he retired, he just flipped a switch, and that was it.
Gone.
He was just gone.
Did a ton of
like I
traveling.
don't want anything to do
Yep.
with this anymore.
Yep, he was,
Yeah. Before
he was
that,
Good for him.
before that, most of his traveling was like
To
God at
conventions,
conventions,
absolutely.
stuff like this. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So it's nice to see that even though it was a short 10 years,
Yeah.
that at least that he had fun and enjoyed, because a lot of people don't even have that shot.
He loved this industry.
Really?
Yeah.
I know he was well known, and the
Yeah.
name always, and when it happened, it carried. We all knew and been there before, so I get it. Now your mom's still around.
Yep.
Yes.
Is she here with you guys now?
Yeah. She's down at the
Right over there.
Right. So
Yep.
you both brought the whole family, right?
Oh, the whole family. Yeah.
How many kids?
I've got two.
I've got one.
And you guys have been married for?
23 years.
11 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, are you?
This time.
Say that again. Fiscal time?
This time.
This time. All right, got it. All right. How old are the kids?
21 and 17.
Are they in the industry?
They are not, but luckily my 21-year-old daughter is smart enough to have a boyfriend that's intelligent enough to be in the industry.
Okay.
So he works with us.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
One of our best employees, in my
Really?
opinion. Yes.
Oh, that's the kid that I met.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
he's
What's his
here.
name again?
Christian.
Christian. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice kid. Seems that way. Let's
Yeah. Yeah.
make sure that
which
stays
is
that
which is
way.
rare to find a kid that age that is that committed and
Yeah.
that smart and wants to succeed.
I think a lot has to do is also where you guys are located.
Yep.
That helps to kind of, usually for the most part, people are more grounded. When, like if you pick New York, Chicago, Miami, one of those cities, and you grab a 21-year-old,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it helps
Yep.
where he comes from.
Yeah.
It's always like playing the lotto. You never know, but
Yeah.
I think it helps. How old is your
14.
daughter or
Daughter. Yep.
Does she knows what you do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Oh yeah.
She helps ever or?
Very little. I mean, she would probably say yes, but not really.
Got it. Now, do your wives work for the business in the business?
Yes.
What does your wife do for AL?
Accounts payable.
Okay,
Branch manager for my store in Pasco, Washington.
gotcha. So now that you mentioned 2 stores, how many stores does AL has?
7.
7.
Yep.
And when was the last store that opened? How long ago?
That'd be Prosser.
Prosser.
That's probably been 10 years ago.
10 years.
Okay. Now, how fast did it grow from 1 or 2 to 7? Was there a huge gap in between?
To start with, I think Pasco was probably
We did, yeah,
Moses Lake.
Moses Lake. I moved to Moses Lake, started that store in '99.
Gotcha.
And then I moved back to Spokane and became a salesman there, and then moved to Pasco, or the Tri-Cities, and took over that store. And then after I moved there, we opened up a Coeur d'Alene store,
Okay.
a Clarkston store, and then I opened up a Yakima and a Prosser store.
So for us, an area we're in, it's not a situation where, for us, everything's a scratch start.
Gotcha.
There's really been only one time where we ever bought another distributor, and that was another AL equity distributor
Gotcha.
in Pasco. So for us, everything we're at is a scratch start. We don't have any small independents.
I see.
So you hear about these other
Acquisitions or
exactly.
Yeah.
And for me, it's you're almost a little jealous. You wish you had you could
Those
kinda,
opportunities.
Yes, and we just haven't.
Yeah.
But I think I see the both sides, the plus and cons
Yeah.
on both sides.
Yep.
You guys get to manage and start from scratch and really have a say on every single little thing.
Yeah.
So there's a plus on that side.
I think in a lot of these situations when you make an acquisition, a lot of that acquisition is assets,
That is
but
true.
a big part of that asset is the people.
That is true.
It's so hard to find people. It's you almost feel like you could almost open a location anywhere.
So that's my next question. That was leading me to my
Yeah.
next question. You guys are at 7 stores. Have you ever thought about growing even more? And the reason why you haven't is because people mainly.
Big part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Big part of it. The geography, the where we're in. to grow is going to take a lot of assets and a lot of people to kind of get outside of the area we're in.
Gotcha.
And then around us, we got a lot of strong independents.
Okay.
So it's not that we don't want to grow.
Got
it's
it.
not that we don't want to be in those areas.
Of course.
But of course, in those other areas, the other independents just do such a great job.
Yeah.
It's just for right now, it's better to kind of be in the pocket we're in.
Of course,
Yeah.
and still control that
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
give your customers a
Yeah.
really good result and
Absolutely.
service.
Yeah.
Invest in like assets, tankers, trucks, that kind of stuff.
Makes sense. So 7 stores. How many people does AO actually has under
62.
62?
We had a guy start on Monday.
Really? Well, at least you guys are finding someone.
We weren't even there.
Yeah.
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 Look, so maybe you guys got to go out more often,
Yeah,
right?
Apparently.
Now, let me ask you this: 17, 21, 20. If you needed to kind of pinpoint something specifically, the biggest difference between when you guys were 17, 20 to now, except for the people part. People don't want to work, blah, 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 you know, we can go, that's another show. What would you say is the biggest difference that you have noticed in these last 20 plus years
Personally or with the business?
with the business, with the industry?
I think the industry, the people,
Tighter knit.
yeah,
Say that again?
Tighter knit people.
Gotcha.
yeah,
So the relationships have become stronger?
Yes,
Yeah.
our parents and our competitors' parents didn't hang out. They didn't do anything. They didn't.
It was really
meet up.
cutthroat, real competition.
No-
Don't
no
share my
communication.
secrets. Don't
Yes.
share anything.
Yep.
everything's a
Yep.
secret.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
That is. I think that's somebody else said the same thing. It's where now you share common goals, common failures, especially when it's someone 3 states away.
Yeah.
And you guys become part of these buying groups or
Yeah.
all these associations where they're sharing some things.
Yeah.
I think it just makes you stronger as an industry.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, that didn't work for them.
yeah,
So let's kind of be cautious on how we do certain things.
yeah.
So I think you're right. You know, it was such a everything was close guarded, so close, right?
Yeah.
Do you find that now because of the industry and being so long in the industry that some of your closest friends are people from the industry?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And-
Almost all of them.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so weird. You know,
Yeah.
kind of your circles, you know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like I kind of don't know anybody else outside from
Yeah.
this thing,
Yeah.
right? I'm only 12 years in and I'm kind of falling into that same scenario.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you come to shows like you guys are part of AIWD, the
Yes.
Buying Group AIWD,
Yep.
and you are part of the board.
Yes.
Are you a part of the board?
I was at one time. Yeah.
All right, so good for you. It just
Good for
works.
me.
It's just
Good
takes
for
work.
me.
Yeah, it just takes work.
Yep.
When you join a buying group and you join the board, what exactly are you trying to get out of that?
Buying power, insight,
Yep.
friends. I mean, everything. I mean, just help with your business.
Correct.
Yeah.
And when you go to shows like FabTech and stuff like that, and are you guys looking to really just learn about what's new, or just kind of build more relationships with the people that? Like, what's the main goal? Like, hey, go and
Yeah.
see A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think for us, it's relationships, and it's never we're going to this show and we got to find this guy. You know, it's we're going to go to the show and we're just gonna meet people in the industry, kind of grow that net.
Yeah. We meet a vendor we like. I mean, we like to sell products of people we like.
Correct.
Yeah.
Of course. That makes sense.
Yep.
Yep.
That makes sense. Now, how does it work when you guys come to a show like this, where you bring the whole family? It's both of you, both your wives.
Yep.
There's already 4. Well, now with Christian.
Yep. And our
5.
sister.
So she's here too.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh,
Yep.
so it's all of you.
And her husband, he works for us as well.
15 of us.
All right. So who the hell is running the company right now?
I really have no idea.
Yeah.
We've got
I really got to get home.
we've got we're lucky that we've got good people.
Really?
You know, it's only 4 or 5 days, but we've got good people. We've got good, responsible people. You know, and it's like it was when we were kids. We never want to let our parents down,
Correct.
and certainly they don't want to let us down.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to be or show that they're good at what they do, and this is an opportunity. You got 4 or 5 days to show.
Step up.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
We still have like several cousins and whatnot. I mean, we have
You guys have a ton of family.
Yep.
family owned and operated.
Yep.
For real.
That is pretty cool. Who in the industry? What would you say is the biggest? Again, forget people. We know that problem. But what would you say is the biggest issue that you guys run into? Is it technical support? Is it access to certain product lines? What would you say is the biggest thing that you guys are running into, especially I guess after COVID, because things were kind of stretching so many very thin. So what would you say you have noticed become that biggest issue nowadays?
Molecules.
Okay.
Particular gases up in the Northwest, CO2. Like so many places, CO2 is kind of a killer right now.
Yeah.
I mean, post-COVID, inventory's kind of coming up.
Correct.
But not on CO2, not on helium. Those are things you can't control. Those are so far out of our scope in our area.
Correct.
That we can't possibly control that.
Wow. What is the based on that? Do you guys have to, just like everybody else, you guys have to sign contracts and all that to make sure that you guys can hold the pricing and hold the inventory and all that good stuff, right?
So interesting you bring that up. 15 years ago for us, we were single molecule distributor.
Okay.
Everything came from Air Liquide.
Correct.
And then Air Gas, and that's all it was. Back in my dad's day, you didn't have a supplier for each gas.
Correct. There's no a la carte.
Exactly. You were under contract with one supplier.
Yeah.
One major. So that is a big difference for us, is that now we can kind of deal with.
Shop around for the one thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's to our benefit, to Independent's benefit. You can kind of pick those that are strong in your area. You don't have to sign on with this major who's got no supply in your area. You can pick and choose and kind of go with what's strong in where you're at.
Correct. What is your customer base like in your area? Like, who's the one that is keeping the lights on for the bulk of it? It's industrial, is it brick and mortar?
That's kind of the unique thing about where we're at. Like some of our stores, one store is aluminum boat shops. One store is stainless steel with food processing. One store is mostly farming. It
varies.
Yep.
So because of that, do you keep different kinds of inventory at these stores just to supply those customers?
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Where would you like to see, not just AL, but if you had a magic wand and you say this industry needs this to become much better, what would you say that is? Where would you like to see the industry in the next 5-10 years?
That's a great question. Good one.
I got more where that came from. Yeah.
I don't know. We need more people that not only want to be in the welding industry, but also want to be in the welding supply business. We're lucky that we found a couple kind of diamonds in the rough, but nobody's coming, knocking on our doors.
I want to be.
Yeah, exactly. Looking to do what we do, and I don't know how you. I don't know how you make that glamorous or make that something that anybody wants. I mean, lots of people want to be in sales.
Yeah, right.
Right. So
why are you pointing at me? What? I have no clue. I don't know what he's talking about.
Because that's kind of the sexy, glamorous part. But just kind of more people that kind of want to start on the ground and kind of work their way up. Just people.
Yeah.
Back to just being more people.
So one of the reasons why this crazy idea is happening is because I wanted to shine a light on the welding industry and all the other avenues that are there. So the way I describe the welding industry is a highway with many different exits. Most people, when you tell someone, I'm in the welding industry, or they think I need to have a hood, I need to have a torch, but they don't know that they can become people like you, people like me, and so many other things. But every aspect of knowledge that they bring into the table is it's like having a tool belt, right? You just keep adding tools, and then you can use to whatever job you go to. So I think it's very important for people to know that they have so many options, and if we are not helping the industry as a whole, then the industry is going to be in trouble. You know, AWS keeps saying there's going to be 500,000 welders needed by 2030, right?
Yeah. They always talk about the average age of a welder in their 60s. Yeah.
Which we get it. It is true. But every pocket needs help.
Yes.
Because those guys are going to buy stuff. Then we're going to need people to sell to those guys buying that stuff. We're going to need the manufacturers making that stuff, and so on, so on. So I think it's a chain reaction, and we all got to do our little thing that we can bring that help into the equation. What do you guys got after this? Hawaii ends for you guys tonight, tomorrow. You guys go home. Do you guys have like a buffered couple of days? I know it's the weekend, or you guys are like right back?
Right back in.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what is the weekends like for you guys when you guys are decompressing, not working?
In the summertime?
Both.
In the summertime, just a lot of time on the river.
Really?
Yeah, weekend after weekend after weekend on the river. But in the wintertime, just time in the shop. Just every weekend's just time to just decompress and just do the stuff that makes me comfortable.
Yeah. I usually travel somewhere on the weekend, either to the town where my mom lives or the town where my wife's mom lives. So I'm never home on the weekends.
I see. Do you guys travel outside from shows to destinations like this for vacation?
Cabo, like Cabo.
Oh, really?
Arizona. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, guys, I told you this was going to be harmless. All I wanted is for people to see other sides of the industry, like I mentioned before. And what a better way to have this conversation with some adult beverages and liquid lunches than our waiter should have been here already with food and the second round. Again,
I don't think she wanted to interrupt.
It might be that. But guys, I want to thank you both for taking your time to just share a little bit of your path into it. Hopefully somebody else out there can see this and get inspired and whatever. If not, just click it, like it, share it. If you hate it, still share it so somebody else can hate it. I'll still grow the viewers. It's all about me. It's my ego. Who cares why? Guys, anything else you guys want to say? No?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next show somewhere else. And same for you guys. I'll see you somewhere else with somebody else, because if they keep saying yes, who am I to say no? All right, guys, take care.